EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Flush to his right. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Elliott able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable for Grant. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Justin Matabike drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
On first down, Watson.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
4 yards remain for second down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Watson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Watson now to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Watson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st down, it's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Watson off play action. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Watson. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Jackson now.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Another run here with Dobbins.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. On 1st and 10, Watson.
That pass complete to Moore.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 2nd down, Felton. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Watson on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson.
That one caught by Felton.
I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. Dancing to his left. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Odafe Owe came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
They can't beat us straight up. They promise y'all big plays. Let's go, man. Get him going, baby. Here we go. Playmakers, step up. Right there. Let's go, man. Turn it up. What's the deal, y'all?
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Felton, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Watson. And he will slide down with a good gain. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Watson. Looking for Cooper. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Let's go now. Let's go.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw, Watson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, It's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll go option to the short side. The quick feet by Jackson, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards that time, and a first down on the keeper.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively, because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's the option, running right. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. Throwing is Jackson.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play action with Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Jackson running again.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
They gotta walk that walk, baby. Hey, what we got? Let's go. Let's go. Let's ride up. Let's ride up.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. This is the tight end, and he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. It's caught, Cooper.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now Chubb running right. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Here's Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
York able to send this one through.
And the lead stretches. 16-3 now.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Playmakers, step up right now. That's what we call that, baby. That's how we eat. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let us dictate. Once again, we got to get it done as a group. It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. To throw is Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on fourth down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
He just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns will take over here just shy of the 30.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Let's smart, baby. Come on, baby. Get low. That's right. Playmaker, step up right now. Who wants some? It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn. Shut him down.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A tight game like this. Such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. And again, it's Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Watson now to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. On second down now. Felton. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And the kick is good, so you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet, but until then, this game's over.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.